Why do they do another game? I mean, it's similar to, for example, World of Warcraft. All people are talking about make a World of Warcraft 2, but then you're abandoning the World of Warcraft 1. That is the stage Path of Exile was going. I saw a video of the founder of the company, Jonathan Rogers, and he was talking about it, and he said he thinks it was time, and he thinks the decision is the right decision because they made a lot of stuff very new, and they were revolutionizing the game, you know. And he said he's playing the game Path of Exile 2 at the moment every evening because of testing. He has to test all the new things, so he plays it every evening, and he says he cannot go back to Path of Exile 1. He cannot play it anymore because it's so bad.
Crazy.
And that's a good sign. So it means the combat and stuff is very... It is evolved, in Path of Exile 2. So, guys, we got a lot of comments of you. Thank you for that. If you like the channel, leave us a like for our effort. We want to continue this in 2025 in a big way. And we want to be the home for all the gamers to join our discussions and leave comments here. We want to involve you as much as possible and build a nice community. So support us, follow the channel, leave us a like on the video, and we see us in 2025 even stronger. We want to be the best gaming podcast on YouTube, on X, and you can help us with that. So join our community.
I think there's no problem to make a .2 version, and that's a separate game. The only thing what's important is that the things you was collecting in the version 1, you can take with you. But we have also a question later on for that. I think that's the important thing, that you don't lose your spending time on values and collecting stuff, and you can bring them with them in the second version as well. I think that's important.
I think that's also a thing why the people in World of Warcraft or from Blizzard don't want to make another game, because a lot of people would lose a ton of stuff. Imagine if you lose all your achievement points, all your mounts, all your transmog, everything, and everything you spent also in the shop. That is crazy. But all these games have these problems. It was also a very big discussion. I don't know if you saw it with Smite. Smite has Smite 1 and they're developing Smite 2. I don't know if it's out yet. People were really upset about it because they spent a ton of money in skins for Smite, and now Smite 2 is coming out and they're lacking all of these kind of skins. So Smite said then actually you get 50%, I think, of what you spend as a new currency in the new game, and then you can spend it like this. And there are solutions, but I think we will discuss it a little bit. Oh no, let's start with another question that would be interesting to know about you, because you have to know Stefan is not a big POE player or ARPG, I would say. So what should a ARPG have to make it your main game, or what are you lacking in an ARPG? You have to know Stefan is mainly an MMORPG player. What does a game need to be a main game for you?
I cannot tell you because I didn't try a lot. But I would say depth, because but they are most of the games are missing depth in the end game. Because in the end, when I played Diablo, it was always I run into a dungeon, click my 4 buttons, and then that's the whole game. Running into dungeon, and then it's after 1 month doing that, you think okay, maybe I try a new character, then I do that as well, and then new character. So I think missing that.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely, because that's the end game actually. When you look at Diablo, that's the end game. You run the same dungeon, and the only thing which changes are the numbers. That's it.
Yeah,
that's true. And maybe you're a little bit focused on making progress in case of time, like Elon. That you're the best on the leaderboard, and that's about it.
Yeah.
For me, actually, why ARPGs cannot be my main game is because there's not an ARPG which is appealing and which is a main what is it called, a live service game, I think. That because let me explain it like this: all the ARPG games are running out after maybe 3 or 4 years, and then a new version is coming out, so you cannot progress in the game forever, like in World of Warcraft, for example. MMOs are here to progress forever. I'm almost sure that I know all the progress I'm doing now in World of Warcraft is still there in 20 years probably, when I'm 50 or 40, no 50, then the progress is still there, and I probably can give my World of Warcraft account at some point to someone else when I'm almost dying or something like that. So that is appealing for me as a main game.
Yeah. So I have one last question. The integration with Path of Exile 1 is the right call because your time in Path of Exile is valued.
You mean because of the transfer of the investments you did in the first one?
Yeah, also, and what you collect, like aesthetic elements and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the fairest one. You know, you invested a lot of time into the game, and that is then a good thing. It's like the Smite thing, that it could be very disturbing if you invest. There were players in Smite which invested, I think, $8,000 in skins or something like that, and then everything lost. That Smite 2 comes out, and you're standing here without anything, and that's a little bit bad. So they're doing a good job with it, and I know that the grinding gear games, they know exactly what their player base wants, and the symbiosis is very good in case of player base, listening to players and implementing all of these things. I saw an interview of Jonathan Rogers, one of the founders of Path of Exile, and how he was talking about game studios and all these processes and how they listen to players, and that they love to take risks in decision making. And he said all the time they took risks, it paid off, and it was very good. And all the time they were very conservative and didn't take risks, it was shit. So they do actually the complete opposite way of Blizzard in the past 10 years. So that's why they're very successful. And yeah, you see it in the numbers. The numbers of Path of Exile are rising all the time. So that's pretty good. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, like I said, like in my opinion, that's the only thing what makes sense to integrate this kind of stuff. Even like why you don't integrate all the skins into the mobile version? Like, why do I have to buy again the same skins I have already in the normal version? So it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, of course they make money, but like you as a customer think like you're scamming me. So it doesn't make any sense. And even now you can still bring new skins out where you can make the same money again. But why do you the customer has to pay 2 times? That doesn't make any sense. So, and that's why you then think, okay, that's not nice, and then you maybe leave the game as well. So they don't think about the long run, I would say. But yeah, Path of Exile is doing a great job, and also what you talk about taking risk. Better you taking risk, fail fast, and then change something later on, instead of going like all the other game studios and bringing all the same games and have no optimization or new integration, new mechanics, and where you challenge the old system.
Yeah, true. I think that's a big part.